And welcome back to the next video. In today's video I will show you how to do audio classification using MediaPipe in native Android application. So firstly I will show you the output. So here I have one activity. I have already provided the audio permission for this particular activity. So as soon as the app open up, it asks you for this record audio permission. I have already granted that permission to this app. Next there are two buttons. Click of first button, it opens first activity, second button opens second activity. So I'll just click on first activity button, and as you can see at the top it has started recording for my, it is started classifying my audio. So as my cell phone is very close to my mouth, it is able to recognize that I am speaking something. That's why it is marking it as speech. So yeah, that is one. If you can try it with different types of audio as well, but just to keep things simple, I am not trying it with different audio. But as you can see, I'm doing speech. That's why it is able to recognize it. So now as you would have seen that I stopped speaking and it was able to detect my heartbeats. So yeah, that's it. The next one which I will show you, I will just click on second activity, and here it asks you to pick an audio. So I will just click on pick audio. It opens the picker, and from that you can select one audio. So I'll just select one audio, and here you can see I'm not sure if you can hear the audio playing, but as soon as the audio was playing, it was simultaneously able to detect what audio type it was. So it was able to classify that audio as well. So let's see how to do this. So first thing is, you will have to go to the documentation, go to the Android section, scroll down to the model section over here, and here I will click on model section, and from here you can download this model. Once you download it, just create an Android project. Inside the Android project, you can just right click, new folder, assets folder, click finish. I have already created this, and here you can just drag and drop your TensorFlow Lite model. Next, inside our activity underscore main, as you can see I have taken two button 1 and button 2. Next, you will also have to, here I have created packages for my two activities, so first and second. Once you create this package, just right click, new activity, empty views activity, give it a name as first or whatever makes sense to you, and similarly do it for the second activity as well. Once that is done, here I have created one extension called create audio data, and to be completely honest with you, I have just copy pasted it from the documentation itself. So I will show you where exactly you can find this. So again I will go back to the Android documentation over here, and here you can just click on this audio classifier helper.kt. it will move you to the GitHub repository. Next, here you can go to audio classifier. Here you can click on extensions.kt, and inside from extensions.kt you can just literally copy paste everything that is present over here. So just copy paste everything, and if I show you this, again over here I have just copy pasted everything from my from the GitHub repo itself inside this particular file. So yeah, once that is done, you will have to go to main activity. Here as you can see, I have created variable for button 1 and button 2, and as soon as the main activity is initialized, I am asking for the record audio permission, and if it is granted, I am just displaying a toast message. If not, then also I am displaying a toast message. And here I have initialized our button 1 and button 2. On button 1's click listener, I am opening our first activity, and on button 2's once button 2 is clicked, I am opening the second activity. Once that is done, you will have to go to build.gradle.kts. you will also have to add this task audio library as well. So just do this. Next, go to libs.versions.toml, and here you will have to add this task audio, whatever is the latest version, as well as you will have to add this bit of code as well. Once you do that, just click on sync now at the top. Once that is done, let's go to the first activity. Oh, also one thing I forgot, inside Android manifest you will have to add this record audio permission as well. Next, go to the first activity, and I'll just close this. If you see my activity underscore first, if I show you, I just have one text view, nothing else. Similarly for second activity as well, I have one button called pick audio. Okay, then I have one progress bar which will help us to show a normal progress bar, and this is a linear progress indicator which we show once the audio starts playing. Okay, and this is a text view which just shows what kind of audio it has been able to classify. So as you can see, and everything, like I have kept this as invisible at the start. Similarly for this one as well. Once that is done, next go to audio classifier helper.kt. Again, I have just copy pasted this from the documentation, so you can go to the documentation over here. It is basically like initializing the audio classification. Okay, so you can just copy paste from over here. So I'll try to explain as much as I have understood. So first it takes an activity context, a classification threshold, overlap, number of results, running mode is audio, and a listener as well, so that we know when it has succeeded or when it has failed. Then we are created variable for audio record. Then this we are creating a thread so that everything is run on the background thread and our UI is not janked. Here I have created variable for audio classifier as well, and here we are trying to classify our audio via asynchronously, and inside init we are just calling initializing the classifier. So we are building our base options dot builder, and then we are settings base options dot builder dot set model asset, so yamnet model. So if you go at the bottom here, you can see I am using the same name whatever you have defined over here. So in case I'm not sure if I told you or not, so just create an assets folder. So just right click, new folder, assets folder. I have already created it, and here you can drag the TF Lite model which you have downloaded. So in case if you want to know from where to download the TF Lite model, again you can go to the documentation and go to the model section, and from over here you can download the TF Lite model and just drag and drop inside the assets folder. Okay, so make sure you use the same name whatever you have defined over here. Also you can add this like normal constants file as well. Okay, and here I have one interface for listener on whether it was successful or whether it failed. Next, coming back over here inside the init classifier method, so we are initializing our model, then we are creating base options dot builder dot build, then we are calling audio classifier dot audio classifier options dot builder, setting a score threshold, setting maximum results, set base option as well as running mode. And if it is an audio stream, then we are calling options builder dot set or result listener and error listener. So we are created interface for this. Then we are calling options builder dot build. Then we are calling audio classifier dot create from options. And if it is an audio stream, we just call create audio record and just pass it the normal values and start the audio classification. And in case of any error, we are just catching it inside the catch clause. And in start audio classification, I'm just checking whether the recording has started. Here we are, then if not, then we are just starting our recording. Here we are creating our thread, then we are calculating the length in milliseconds for our audio, and here we are calculating the interval. Then we are just running our operation at a fixed rate using our thread. Then here, as you can see, we are doing classification using audio async. And next, here we are using the classify audio if you want to do it synchronously. And here this is the code for stopping audio classification. This is for closing it. This is for streaming the audio result listener, and this is for streaming error listener. And here I have created a result bundle which will because there could be multiple results inside the audio classification. That's why it is a result, and I have set the inference time as well, and this is just the companion object as well as the interface. Next, go to your first activity over here, and here we are created our variable for audio classifier helper, one for background executor service and one for text view as well. Here we are initialized our text view, initialized our background executor, and here I have just called background executor dot execute, and then I am just initializing audio classifier helper and just passing it the required values over here. And inside on resume I'm just initializing the classifier helper again, because on pause I'm just stopping our audio classification if it is already initialized. And inside on destroy I'm just shutting down our executor service as well as awaiting termination as well. And here as you can see I'm extending this audio classifier helper dot classifier listener, and so that we have to, because of that we have to override these two methods. And inside on error I'm just calling text view dot text and sending the error back. And inside on result I'm just calling val data result bundle dot results, and if the data is not equal to empty I'm just doing classification results, and if it is getting the classification result, and if that is also not equal to empty I'm getting classification, if that is also not equal to empty I'm getting categories, and if category is also not empty I'm just displaying the category name as well as the display name. And for the second activity what I am doing is I am first doing this register for activity result so that the user can pick an audio and we will get an URI out of it. Once we get the URI I am just running run audio classification. Here I have created a schedule thread pool executor as well as a progress executor as well as a background executor. Then created a variable for audio classifier helper, and here I have created a media player as well so that we can show how much the audio has been progressed. Then I have created one button, one classifier progress, one audio progress and one text view as well, and I have initialized all four of them. And on button click I am just launching our picker, but the MIME type is of audio, so it will only pick audio. And inside on error I am just stopping our media player, stopping our background executor as well as progress executor, and setting the visibility to false as well. And here I am not actually using the on result. If you want you can use it, but it will trigger at the very end. So what I am doing, so here inside on pause I am just stopping again the same thing, stopping our player, shut down our executor as well. And inside on destroy I am just stopping the audio classification, and here I am just calling run audio classification, which takes the URI for our audio file which we have selected. I am initializing background executor, I am setting our progress bars to true, and here I am just calling execute method. So here I am initializing our audio classifier helper, and here I am creating a media player and calling an apply method and doing set audio attributes. Then I am just calling audio attributes dot builder, setting the content type. Content type is of music, and here I am using the usage media as well, and doing set data source and then preparing it, and then just calling audio duration. So media player duration, media player dot duration, and here I am just calling result bundle. So I am getting whatever the user has selected. Based on that we are classifying the audio and getting the result bundle. And if you remember, the result bundle has results with a list of audio classification result. And here I am again executing our initializing our progress executor. Then I am getting the first result from our results, then the classification results, and if the size is not equal to 0 then I am getting the max progress count and just assigning it to audio progress dot max. Then I am just calling amount to update, and here we are creating our runnable as well, which is a kind of a background thread, and I'm making sure it runs on the main thread. Then I'm just updating our process, how much progress has occurred, and then I'm getting categories with the help of audio classifier results dot first dot classification result dot get process dot classification dot getting the first result, and from that I'm getting categories. Otherwise it is just an empty list, and if the categories dot is not empty then I'm just applying category, then I'm just saying category name, displaying category name as well as display name. Otherwise I'm just showing nothing detected. And here I'm just updating our process as well as our audio progress. and if the process equal to max progress count, then I'm shutting down our progress executor. And also this I'm running on main thread, right, starting of media player, running the executor as scheduled fixed rate, and then doing classifier progress dot visibility as well as audio progress visibility. And in case if anything goes wrong, then I'm just displaying a toast message. So I know like this is a little bit tougher as compared to other MediaPipe examples which I have done, but to be honest with you, like even I have copy pasted most of the code from the documentation as well as the sample example which they have. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.